How is it possible that your perception of the world around you depends more heavily on your subconscious mind's interpretation of it than it does on perceiving the world as it exists? How can two people have a completely different experience of the exact same thing? In this video at On the Mind, we are going to look at how the subjective lens of the subconscious mind influences our experience of reality. Objectivity. In our previous video titled What is the Subconscious Mind, which you can check out by clicking the link at the top right of your screen, we talked about how we each have a subjective experience of the objective world around us. This is how two people can have a radically different experience of the exact same thing. Let's look at an example. Imagine two people, we will say John and Elizabeth, are on a walk, and it suddenly begins to rain. John looks up at the sky and curses the rain as he shakes his fist at the clouds. "No, it's raining," he says. As John curses the sky, Elizabeth takes off running and jumps in puddle after puddle, throws her hands up in the air and yells, "Yes, it's raining." You see, objectively, it is raining. Nothing more or nothing less. The rain will continue coming down regardless of how either John or Elizabeth feel about it. And it would have rained whether they were there to experience it or not. It exists independently, outside of their perception of it. The fact that it is raining is wholly objective, but John and Elizabeth each have their own personal experience of this objective reality in terms of how it relates to them, and this is known as the subjective experience. Subjectivity. As Thoreau once beautifully said, it is not what you look at that matters. It is what you see. How John and Elizabeth feel about the rain exists solely in their mind and nowhere else. Their subjective experience of the rain is fully based on or influenced by personal feelings or opinions they have gathered from their past experiences. For example, what if John is an avid golfer? If he likes to play golf daily, there is no wonder why the rain is a negative thing to him, because his hobby is interrupted by it. In his mind, he has labeled the rain a barrier that stands between him and what he wants to be doing during that time. On the other hand, maybe Elizabeth is a meteorologist with ongoing research related directly to rain. To her, rain offers data and insight that she can use on her most current work. When she sees rain, she sees opportunity. But when John sees rain, he sees opportunity being taken away. So just as John has his reasons to despise the rain, Elizabeth has her reasons to adore it. But in either case, rain is just rain, and it will forever hold on to that objective quality. The only subjective quality of the rain in our example is how John and Elizabeth feel about it, but objectively, it is just rain. A thought experiment. The next time you experience rain, try to experience it as just that, rain. Regardless of how it affects you or your plans, and regardless of how you initially feel about it, just allow it to be rain. You do not have to feel any more than that. If you practice this enough, you will soon find that you have a new appreciation for the simplicity of rain. You will realize that there is no need to cast judgment and form opinions about everything we experience in our day-to-day lives. This perspective can be applied far beyond your judgment of the weather as well. But although we can separate ourselves from the subjective lens of our mind for brief moments with enough perspective, it's quite impossible to toss it away altogether. The world we perceive subjectively is created and largely influenced by the information we've stored in our subconscious mind. These beliefs and prejudices are based on our experience from the past and can never be downright discarded, but they can certainly be altered to the extent that we learn to control the impulses they bring forth.